Welcome back. Osseo senior Gavin Stahl will graduate with the rest of his classmates this coming weekend. But as Will Hall tells us, the Orioles senior athlete is persevering through another huge milestone in his life without his two biggest fans.
If a picture could tell a story,
you can see in the picture they're both glowing there. That's just one of my favorite pictures of both of them.
Then this picture of Josh and Tammy Stahl tells a story of perseverance.
I'm so grateful that our family is strong and our family has, stayed together.
Together, through thick and thin, no matter what.
Even if you're not blood related, you are still family. And I feel like my family's grown a lot more because of this.
Osseo senior midfielder Gavin Stahl's story is one no other high school senior should have to endure.
This doesn't happen every day.
But he doesn't have to do it alone. With his high school athletic career winding down, Gavin's senior night honors more than him or any achievements with a stick in his hand.
It was obviously a tough day. It was a fun night, fun game, but definitely was missing a piece.
Good luck tonight.
Gavin's parents, Josh and Tammy, were at every game that Gavin and his brother Blake ever played in.
You could describe both of them as like the light in a dark room.
In the dark of an early November night, Josh and Tammy were involved in a car accident in Verona, Wisconsin. No one survived in the accident. Their light, their love, suddenly gone.
I didn't believe it, if I'm being honest. It took a while for me to believe it. It was definitely like the worst day of my life. I don't think I can physically put a measure on how much I miss them. I just know there's a piece of me that's not with me anymore.
That's not something you can put in words. I don't think any of us have really grasped.
Gavin's two aunts, including Josh's twin, Melissa Mound, are now Gavin's guardians as he finishes his senior year.
They have really been a rock for me and my brother, and I owe everything to both of them.
As Gavin's final high school chapter closes, he looks forward to a future playing football with Blake at the University of Sioux Falls.
There's no one else on the planet that I love more than him.
A future chapter Gavin now navigates with help from above.
He had incredible parents, and I think that's quite clear in how he's led through this last few months and will continue to move through the rest of his life.
I want to make them proud in everything I do.
Future Josh and Tammy will watch over proudly as Gavin uses the lessons they left him with to persevere.
They're still with me. I know that they were there. They're up there watching over me.
In Osseo.
In every aspect of my life, I know they're still there.
Will Hall, KARE 11 Sports.
What an incredibly strong young man. Let's turn the tables just a little bit here and talk about a group of seniors that just graduated from Benilde St. Margaret's, leaving behind a legacy of kindness. Their club raised nearly $19,000 over 2 years to create gift bags for kids. And as Audrey Russo explains, the club's ringleader knew exactly what to include.
The change from normal kid
I was sitting in class
to cancer patient,
and I knew the second that phone rang.
is a hard shift.
Oh no. And next thing you know, I'm at the University of Minnesota in one of their hospitals.
The transition would have been much harder
I spent the remainder of my freshman year at home.
had Annika Olsen not been gifted
Yes, this is just for Augie.
the perfect cushion.
My parents came in with this bag that one of my friends had dropped off, and they gave this to me.
The Squishmallow plush started as a source of comfort.
I did not let it out of my sight for the next 3 months. I took it to every doctor's appointment.
By sophomore year,
I was healthy and in a better spot.
the Benilde St. Margaret student saw inspiration.
So this is what I would say a very typical bag that we give.
Annika and her friend Katie started Caring for the Courageous, a club that assembles care packages for kids in the hospital.
I just wanted to kind of give a similar experience to what I got.
There's another reason why each bag they make
Yeah, it's a cow.
includes the popular keepsake.
Everyone knows what they are. They come with some sort of status to them as being cool or what's kind of on trend.
Just to know that a kid is getting something that they've maybe seen on TikTok or whatever, and to know that they're just as special as anyone else really makes a difference.
A connection to what's all the rage,
Specifically the Squishmallows.
softening the blow of isolation.
Yeah, they're definitely our most popular items.
Claire Vanderhyde
I'm a child life associate.
sees how it clicks for her patients.
Yeah, providing comfort items, their face just lights up. I think that it's just kind of a exciting little gift.
That's what we got the most positive reviews of at the time.
There's a lot of ways to help a kid through a rough situation.
But this worked great for us.
Sometimes the softest support
This was one thing that I just loved.
is feeling like you fit in.
We're trying to give them something that lets them know that they're not alone. You're just like any other kid, even if you're going through something really hard at that time.
Good kids. Well, big change tonight to NBC Nightly News as Tom Llamas takes the helm following Lester Holt's shift to Dateline. Julie Nelson had a chance to speak with Tom recently about the handoff.
For decades, Americans have turned to nightly news because they love the broadcast. So we're not going to tweak the formula too much. It's probably going to look exactly the same with just a couple of different changes. And then little by little, I hope to put my stamp on the show. I also think that in these polarizing times, there are a lot of good stories and a lot of good people doing things out there, and I want to highlight them. We've had a lot of success with our franchise at the end of the show called There's Good News Out There. Viewers have told us they love it. We're going to expand on that and tell better stories and great stories.
You can watch NBC Nightly News with Tom Llamas Monday through Friday at 5:30, starting tonight right after KARE 11 News at 5. Well, stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.